burned by blood. I should have known it the first time I noticed the way her smile faltered when I got the promotion. Not that it was anything monumental, just a small step forward, a feature on a project that had been my nightmare for months. But the way her eyes narrowed, the subtle tilt of her lips, the quiet hum of something I couldn't name, it should have screamed warning. We'd been inseparable for years. I mean, the kind of best friend people envy. We'd been through everything together. Broken hearts, late-night panic attacks, college stress, and those nights we wandered the city, talking about dreams bigger than our wallets. I thought we were untouchable, unbreakable. I thought she'd be the first person to celebrate my wins. I was wrong. It started slowly, like frost creeping across glass. A text that was left unread. A joke that felt sharper than it should have. A sarcastic comment masked as encouragement. I wanted to tell myself I was imagining things, that I was paranoid. We're best friends, I whispered to myself nightly. She would never hurt me, but the subtle cracks widened fast. I began noticing things. Instagram stories where she was hanging out with new collaborators who'd shown interest in my project first. Her DMs seemed private, closed off. She'd laugh at my ideas in the room, but later post almost the same ones as hers, claiming inspiration struck her first. I confronted her once. "Hey," I said casually, trying to ignore the ache twisting in my chest. "That was my idea, wasn't it?" Her smile was perfect. Too perfect. "Oh, that? You mean that little thought? I just built on it, you know how it is." I wanted to scream. I wanted to grab her by the collar and demand every ounce of honesty she'd stolen. But I didn't. I smiled back. I nodded. I swallowed the bitter taste of betrayal and pretended like nothing happened, because I thought, maybe I was wrong, maybe I was being dramatic. The betrayal didn't announce itself loudly. It crept, it simmered, it festered. Until the night it hit me like a freight train. I had spent months working on my biggest project yet, the one that could finally put me ahead in our industry. Long hours, skipped meals, arguments with anyone who doubted me. And when I finally submitted it, I wanted to celebrate with her. She was supposed to be my partner in crime, my person. Instead, I found out she had presented my project as her own at a networking event. The person she chose to pitch it to? Our mutual mentor, the one who had always been my anchor, the one who believed in me before anyone else. And it worked. She got the accolades, the praise, the social media shoutouts. I remember standing there, frozen, my chest tight, my hands trembling. People congratulated her. I laughed politely, clapping, pretending everything was normal. But inside, something broke. The air in the room thickened. My heart felt hollow. I couldn't speak to her for days. Not because I didn't want to. I wanted to scream, to spit venom, to tear everything she'd built for herself apart. But I knew my fury had to be controlled. Anger without strategy is just pain masquerading as motion. And I wasn't here to hurt myself. I was here to make her regret it. It started subtly. Texts that I ignored, comments that I left unanswered, social media posts that hinted at my own projects, bigger and better, without a single word directed at her. I watched her grow anxious, the little edge in her replies, the forced cheerfulness that never reached her eyes. Then I escalated. I started reaching out to the people she had charmed, casually inserting my name, my achievements, my work, emails, LinkedIn messages, coffee meetings. I built momentum quietly, strategically. Every success of hers that came from my stolen ideas, I quietly outshone, rewriting the narrative she had tried to claim. She noticed. I could see it in the way her texts got shorter, her smiles tighter. She tried to sabotage me in return, whisper campaigns, little digs, subtle undermining in meetings. But I had something she didn't. Evidence. Screenshots of DMs, drafts with my timestamps, emails proving my authorship, and I used them. The revenge wasn't instant. It was deliberate. It was slow, methodical. And it burned her slowly, just like she had burned me. One night, I arranged a meeting under the guise of catching up. She walked in, confident as ever, hair perfectly styled, makeup immaculate, exuding the arrogance that had been her armor for years. I greeted her warmly, a smile that looked sincere. "You remember that presentation last month?" I asked, voice casual. Her brow furrowed. Yeah, what about it? Oh, nothing, I said, letting my phone buzz lightly. Just thought I'd share the full version of that project you, presented. I tapped the screen, sending the files to the email of the very same mentor who had praised her. She froze. A flicker of panic crossed her face. Wait, what are you? I leaned back, sipping my coffee like nothing was happening. Oh, it's nothing. Just the original drafts, the raw work. Thought it'd be fair if everyone saw whose idea it really was. The phone pinged. The mentor's reply. Praise, awe, and a subtle acknowledgement that yes, these ideas had been mine all along. I watched her color drain. You can't, she started. I already did, I said softly. You stole from me. I'm just returning the favor in the truth. It wasn't just professional revenge. I went deeper. I revealed her duplicity to mutual friends who had no idea, friends who had once confided in her, who trusted her loyalty. The word spread. The admiration she'd cultivated, the social media clout, the carefully crafted persona of success and charm, all crumbling quietly, irreversibly. I didn't humiliate her in public. I let reality do that. I didn't yell or scream. I didn't make threats. I let her own actions speak louder than any words I could have shouted. And it worked. Weeks later, she reached out. Tentative. Ashen. Trying to salvage what she thought remained. I messed up, she typed. I didn't mean for it to go that far. Can we talk? I read the message twice, a smirk curling the edge of my lips. I typed a single reply. I don't forgive. I don't forget. Goodbye. Then I blocked her. Sitting alone that night, I didn't feel relief. I didn't feel satisfaction. I felt power, raw, untainted, a reclamation of every ounce of trust she had stolen from me. But more than that, I felt alive. Because betrayal has a way of making you either crumble or rise. I chose to rise. I thought about all the nights we laughed together, the secrets we shared, the dreams we whispered under streetlights. And yes, I mourned the friendship I lost. But I didn't mourn myself. I mourned a naive version of me that believed loyalty was invincible. And that version of me was gone. Now, every time I see her posts, carefully curated successes, attempts to mask the chaos I revealed, I feel nothing but a quiet, unshakable satisfaction. I won. Not just in the professional arena, but in the emotional one too. She thought she could break me, manipulate me, outshine me. She underestimated one thing. I don't forgive, but I remember. And I never forget. Betrayal is a teacher. It shows you who you are, what you're made of, how far you can go when someone you trusted most decides to burn you alive. I was scorched, but I didn't burn. And if she ever thinks she can rise again at my expense, she'll find that the fire I carry now is hotter, sharper, and untouchable. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and a comment of what you thought of the story. And don't forget to subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it.